Welcome to the Spotlight by CG Ruthless, man. Let's welcome my special guest from a very small college in Arkansas, Ouachita Baptist University safety, Josiah Johnson, man. How's it going, bro?
It's going good now. Josiah Johnson.
Oh yeah. So I pronounced pretty right the school because it's kind of like it seems like a one of the weirdest pronounced, right?
Yeah, it's spelled pretty weird. A lot of people don't know about it, but it's Ouachita, man.
Yeah, Ouachita, yeah. See, I guess I did it right away. But for those people who are not familiar with you, man, tell me about yourself.
Man, I'm me, Josiah Johnson, somebody who, been playing football for a pretty long time. Just a person that's actively involved in my community, and just, at the end of the day, I'm a goofy person, and like being around people. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's good to know, man. So this college alone led you to be here because it's not too far from where you're at, huh?
Yeah, coming out of high school, I really didn't pick up that many offers. I picked up a couple, and this was my best offer, and it was just the place where I wanted to be. It's a Christian school, and not only did I grow in football, but I also, grew in knowing who the Lord is.
So what's like the environment playing at that college?
The environment is pretty good, man. I came from a private school, so a private high school, and now I'm in a private college. I mean, it's a team oriented program. I mean, we know we can't do one thing without our brothers. So, I mean, just being able to, um, play at a high level with my teammates is one of the most important parts of being at OBU. Our relationships it go way outside of football.
Oh, that's good to know. At least that's more like a family oriented or something to vibe with where people feel close to each other. Okay,
We don't really
so
recruit out the pool.
what? Couldn't hear, my bad. Something's wrong with my reception here. Guess he's having reception issues. Oh, you're good?
You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Was it the reception?
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Okay, I'm back. Somebody called me.
Okay.
I'm back.
All good, man. So what got you into football in the early part, man?
Man, my pops, I mean, he came home with a pair of cleats one day, flag football. He came home with a pair of cleats and just told me I'm going to football practice. And I questioned, like, what these cleats for? And he took me to practice. And after that, man, he couldn't keep me off the football field. So it was mainly my pops that got me into football for real.
Well, shout out to your dad. At least he knew. At least he kind of like showed you the way to play. I guess you were like wondering what are those cleats for.
Yeah, shout out to the family in general, man. They all seen something in me that I didn't see in myself, and that just pushed me and kept me going. So.
Yeah, for sure. So, was there like a player that was there like a team you grew up watching that you would love to play for?
Yeah, I grew up watching the Ravens, watching Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, all of them. And then when the Seahawks was the Legion of Boom with Cam Chancellor and all them, and I grew up watching them too. So, I mean, now I'm not really, I really don't got a team. I mean, I root for the Cowboys, but now I just watch players and old film of different players to try to mimic my game after.
Okay, so who do you mimic your game or model your game after?
Uh, I like watching Cam Chancellor. Bob. I like watching Bob. Not Bob Sanders, but what's his name? Small safety, 5'8".
Bob
It's
Sanders.
Bob Sanders. Yeah, I'm thinking of a running back. My fault. But Bob Sanders, I like watching his game a lot too. So
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
he
yeah,
was
he
like
is.
an undersized but bulky as hell. This guy would just put the hit or make tackles and plays. That guy was pretty good.
Yeah, him and Troy Polamalu. Those were the people I like watching the most. So.
Yeah, Palomalu was at a high level, man. Like that guy was exciting to watch. But Bob Sanders, man, it's like despite him being 5'8", man, that guy played bigger than his size. He played like he was an actual linebacker, but he was a safety playing at a high level.
Yeah, hey, that size don't mean nothing.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so as far as playing football, man, who are you outside of football?
You broke up. What you say?
Um, as far as football, who are you as who are you as a person, like outside of football?
As a person, I mean, I'm a comedian, man. I'm out of the friend groups I'm in. I'm the one that get picked on the most, man. So I think that's why I take it out on the people on the field because I'm the guy that everybody look at and laugh at because I like joking around a lot and just having a good time. So uh, I like being around family, friends, and just spending quality time with them. So that's who I am as a person.
Okay. Let's do some rapid fire, get to know more about you in different ways, or we'll get you fire your juice up a little bit. Okay, as far as just for a cheat diet, let's just say you're in the middle of nowhere, you had to choose between McDonald's or Burger King. Which one would you choose?
I'm gonna choose Burger King, man. I'm not really a fast foodie, but I mean, back in high school, I was eating bad. Burger King was a spot because I had off-campus lunch and they had the little 10-piece chicken nugget for $1. So that's a spot I go to.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. And plus, I'm just saying it's a cheat diet because you're in the middle of nowhere, so it's like one of those
Yeah.
days, But yeah, you can't go wrong with it. I like the Whoppers or the grill burgers, so yeah. As far as like somewhere where you can get something like a budget place or somewhere where it's affordable between Walmart or Target, which one would you go to?
Oh, Walmart. Walmart got everything you need. Target is overpriced, and I just went to Target yesterday. They overpriced, man. Walmart got everything.
Yeah, Walmart. It's made in the state of Arkansas. I can see where you're coming from, but it's cheaper, right? You can't go wrong with
Yeah,
it.
can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, I'll just like give you a hard time on that one. But okay, as far as like game console, Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation, man, got the PS2 sitting up here, the old PS2 right there.
Okay.
The
Oh, old
PS5 right
PS2,
here.
man. That's a long time that I played it.
Yeah, I'm a PlayStation guy.
Oh, okay. Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto.
I'm waiting
Grand
for
Theft
part
Auto.
6 to come already, damn it.
Yeah, it'll be out soon, so it'll be out.
Hopefully, but yeah, hopefully. As far as another game, how about the new NCAA or just the Madden in general?
NCAA, I can't really expand in the playbook how I do in Madden, but I choose Madden any day. I used to be real good at it, and I just played some of my homeboys, and I haven't played it in about a couple of months, and I did pretty good. So Madden for sure.
Oh yeah. So what NFL teams have you met with like prior to this interview?
Um, my agent have been doing a lot of the meetings for me. But I know after my pro day, I talked to the Jaguars. They had me take a test. I talked to the Broncos and I put my number in their phone and they hit up my coach the other day. And then I got a call yesterday. San Francisco called my agent. He just, he said they want to see where I'm at and everything and see what type of character I am. So,
Oh, so San Francisco just seems to reach out to you, I guess, because you kind of fit the mold of because you said you grew up watching the Seattle defense. So this is the kind
yeah.
of defense we play.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And they got a safety they're kind of I watched Mustafa.
Oh, Malik
Uh,
Mustafa, yeah, that'd do
yeah,
something
Malik
else.
Mustafa. So I watch him, and I feel like, man, if I get to play beside him, that'd be a dominant secondary. So
Oh yeah. So what were those conversations like with San Francisco? Was it just little conversation or good conversation or what?
I didn't have a conversation with him at all. My agent did. He just called me and kept me in the loop.
Oh, okay. So your agent was doing the talking, but at least there's some interest there.
Yeah, there's some interest for sure.
Okay. As far as like your, as far as like other stuff, okay. So how do you prepare for your upcoming games, like pre-game ritual, and how you study against like your opponents in Tennessee? How do you like exploit those?
Uh, I'm pretty consistent with everything. I say throughout the week by Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm in there getting a game plan, just locking in on making the right calls and everything because we change up a lot of things on defense. So Mondays and Tuesdays, I lock in the game plan, and on Wednesdays, like we're ready to roll at practice. I'll make sure everybody call practice. throughout the course of the week, I'm eating clean. And uh, uh,
Okay, that's a good way to prepare yourself. I mean, at least you do a lot of the study part and all that stuff. So, all right, let's do some common sense stuff, like stuff on the football field. How do you deal with a quitter on your guys' football field as far as the circumstances during a game? How do you deal with that situation?
it won't be no quitters on the field. We weed out the quitters in Ouachita. But as far as quitters though, I keep the energy on all the players up. Even but
Okay, I mean, at least you guys don't. At least you guys keep going with the game as long, even with the circumstances. But so let's say during a game, like your teammates are not on the same page. How you deal with the altercation to where it doesn't get out of hand? Because the game can get very emotional. But as a leader, how do you deal with that situation? Let me check. Seems like the reception. Let me double check. Let me see. Seems like the reception's. Oh wait, your reception. You good?
I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. So, how you deal with a situation with a teammate not on the same page with another teammate during the silence? It's in an altercation. The game gets emotional. How do you deal with that situation? I guess reception.
That on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I had to turn my data on. We had a tornado, so a lot of stuff out of whack right now.
Okay. So how you deal with a situation with a teammate when it's in the sidelines with an altercation, like the game can get emotional, but how do you deal with a situation with these guys?
Yeah, I mean, I got into some situations with my teammates this past season, and I mean, we had a little bit of back and forth going at it, but come game time, it happens. But we just had to throw it to the side and talk about it after the game. So we got our coaches involved in it, got on the drawing boards, and we fixed what was messed up in our scheme.
Okay. I mean, it gets emotional at times,
Yeah,
so
it do, and I was hot headed one game and got into with my boy, but hey, after that it was all love. So
it's all love at the end of the day, things just come out of the moment. So you guys are down by multiple touchdowns. Going into halftime, what's the best pep talk or the speech to get this team to come from behind to win this ball game, man?
just come in doing what we trained to do. We've been going at it since the summertime. So I try to bring that up and just know what we got in mind at the end. We know we want to win a ring. We know we want to win a championship. So I let them know like we playing for a bigger purpose. We playing for the people that's out in the stands, our families that's coming from hours away, and that just let them dig deep and help us win ball games. Just know that I let the offense know that we need them as much as they need us, no matter which side of the ball is struggling.
Okay, that's a good way to put it. I mean, you guys came all the way and all this work for nothing. You guys want it or not. That's the way it seems like. Like it's two more quarters to go. So hey,
Yeah.
plenty of games left. So let's see. Why should NFL teams draft you, man?
They should draft me because they go get a hard worker. I'm playing at a low level. I'm playing at D2 level, but I pretty much did everything that you can possibly do at the D2 level that people generally don't do because my work ethic it separates me, and I feel like people that initiate the awards, people that ask to talk with me recognize that the fans recognize that I worked a little bit harder this offseason than that, and that's what what a NFL team would get out of me. A hard worker who put his head down and is willing to do a task that a team want me to do, no matter if that's special teams or just being a role player on defense.
Yeah, I like that, man. Like you're willing to do whatever it takes. You can play mostly in the secondary at safety. You can be a special teamer, so it seems like you could do whatever it takes to win.
Yes, sir.
So what's like your favorite hobbies, like your favorite food and music and other stuff in general?
Yeah, my favorite hobby is I like working out pretty much. I mean, that just keep me focused. I'm an athlete. I like working out, but I also like being outside in nature. I like my homeboy just had an RV. We just set up an RV station at an RV station, and we went fishing and just stayed outside for a couple of days. And I just like being outside. We was doing a lot of fishing. I like cooking a lot. I mean, I can throw down in the kitchen. Uh, as far as music, man, I listen to anything pretty much. I like rap music, but I got a little country in me, so I can listen to a little bit of Morgan Wallen. So.
Okay, so what's like your pregame warm up music that gets you fired up, man, on the field?
This year I pretty much bumped Lil Wayne, Let It All Work Out before every game. That was one song that I went to. For some reason it just made me think about life and like everything will work out at the end of the day. So that's a song that I went to this past season.
Oh yeah. Well, let's do a couple of these little rapid fire with these rappers and all those other musicians. I guess if we're going between Drake or Kendrick Lamar, who would it be?
Drake. Drake all
Okay, that's fair. I mean,
yes,
he's been
sir.
good for many years. But this is part of the most popular debate, man. Tupac or Biggie?
See, that's who I haven't really gotten to their music, but I listen to some Tupac songs, so I'm gonna have to go with Tupac.
Okay. Like, that's fair enough right there. I mean, Tupac's just as great in his own right, but Biggie was great in his own right, so you can't
Yeah.
go wrong. But as far as like as a person, like when it comes to all that music, man, you just balance everything. You kind of just like do all that stuff. So what's like your backup plan? Like your major in college and all that stuff. Like, what's your backup plan in general?
I'm a kinesiology major. I want to do physical therapy. So I'm getting my degree in May, and if football don't work out, man, I'm gonna go to grad school and then try to pursue my physical therapy career. But I want to be a firefighter too. So I'm really juggling between the both of them. But I'm pretty much leaning towards being a firefighter, being able to serve my community. I feel like being a firefighter helped me. Um, it kind of relates to being a football player because like your first run as a firefighter, you get that adrenaline and you don't know like what to expect, and I feel like I'll be good in those situations.
Okay. I guess since there's always plans in football, you never know. But would you go to the CFL or the American Football League if that doesn't go with the NFL?
And yeah, I'll go anywhere where I can be able to play. That's how I was in college, deciding I wanted to play D1, but God had a different route for me. So D2 it was. But being in the CFL, being in the UFL, they all professional athletes. They've been through college and they know what they're doing. So, I mean, any league that allowed me to play football and do what I love, I'll be excited to go there.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Any opportunity is pretty much. But would you even become a coach while you're a fire or fighting fires or whatever?
You said a coach?
Yeah, like if you were to become a coach, would you be doing the fighting fires or whatever?
Yeah, that's why I want to be a firefighter because you can either work a uh, 1 day on, 2 day off schedule, and those 2 days that I'm off, I'll be coaching, giving back. I work a lot of camps back at home with giving back to the youth because I know when I was in those shoes, I used to look up to the athletes that was in college playing ball. So
Oh yeah. See, that's nothing wrong with that. But so coming into like for all those years in college, going into the NFL, what is something that you can improve on the most?
the thing I can improve on the most is probably I would say it's a lot I can improve on because you know, it's always someone out there um, that's able to teach you. I mean, I feel like I'm good in all my abilities, but one thing that I would like to work on more is probably just covering in space. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good at it, but I can always get better at that. I feel like my tackle ability is great, and I can still work on that. But just being able to cover a fast receiver,
Yeah. See, that's
you
still
know,
something you can improve on at the
yeah.
end of the day. But let's say coming into the lead, like let's say you go to the Niners, what would you learn from Malik Mustafa and Jair Brown and those guys in general?
I would want to learn their. I want to learn a lot about press because I normally catch technique. So I want to, see how they press if the defense causes them. Because my school, our defense have us pressing. We play off at 10, we play off at 5, so we do it all. But I would want to master my skills at press, and that's what I've been working on a lot with some of my teammates that's still playing right now. But I feel like he could teach me some techniques on pressing, and then I would also just want him to tweak up my catch man technique because that's something I've been trying to get in my bag.
Oh yeah. But do you feel like the NFL league should have like a G leader or like something like more like a developmental lead also just to give those other guys chances or no?
You talking about like a G League in the NBA?
Yeah, you know how like they
Yeah,
can still have chances, they'll still get paid on the payroll, but they still get developed, you know? Sometimes these players it takes them some time and plus it depends on the opportunities too.
I feel like that's what the practice squad about though.
Oh yeah,
But
see,
but
practice was
yeah,
another one, but I think that they used to have the Europe lead also before, and it used to be something for them to develop.
the G League would be, hey, any opportunity, the G League would be it. So I wouldn't have no shame with being in the G League because everybody don't get to make it past college to go play professional football. So just that opportunity itself is something you can talk about, something you can, say you did, and I just feel
Yeah,
like that'd be good for the NFL.
I think it would be good if they kept that. You know, I would think expanding a lead for them because then they don't have to go elsewhere or anything else. They can still have a little year to develop, and then it'd be kind of like how they used to have with NFL Europe and all that stuff, where it took them some time and they became like there's some of them that turn out pretty well.
Yeah,
Like Kurt Warner, for example, became the greatest story and then played at the NFL Europe. You know, I
it's been a
mean,
lot. It's been a
yeah,
lot of good stories now, for sure.
yeah, a lot of those underdogs, man. Like they had to start somewhere. You know, he even started off in the arena league or something, and then he went to like NFL Europe and all that, and then he got to be where he was.
Yeah, I got a homeboy who transferred from California that's down here. His brother played in their arena ball. He played indoor football, and then he went to the UFL, and now he in the NFL. So, I mean, it's a lot of stories, man. As long as you chase that dream and you envision your goal and set it, you'll get to where you need to go.
Oh yeah. So, have any other NFL players reach out to you and gave you some advice for the next level?
Yeah, I mean, we got some people in the league from OBU. We got Greg Jr. He currently plays for Houston. He gave me some advice. I had a player last year who went to OBU and transferred to UCA, and he played in the league for the preseason, but I think he ended up getting cut. But he was just like, man, keep your head down and just work. And so I got advice from them. I also met Spencer Buford from San Francisco. I trained with him. Well, he was at the facilities, and I trained, and I seen him, and he in my fraternity, the Q Dog, and so I talked to him, and he just, he was cool with people. He didn't give me any advice because I didn't ask for any, but I wish I would have, because you could never take too much advice.
Yeah, that would be kind of like something right there. I mean, at least they're giving you the proper advice to get ready for it. Because some of these young guys, when they come into the league, some of them just feel unprepared or they probably didn't get the proper advice that they were getting.
Yeah.
But which NFL safety would you like to line up with, man, if you get the opportunity?
I say right now it'd probably be Tyrann Mathieu. I mean, I just like the way he, interact with the players on the field. You could see how he communicate with those players, and I feel like me being alongside with him, he'll, help me feel like I belong on that stage. Like I'm not here for no reason, and just his communication with me and the other players on the field would be great. Like I feel like we'll be locked in together on the field together.
Oh yeah, he's one of the best at his position too. So it's like this guy can He can be your teaching sponge. You can learn a lot from this guy, and
Yeah,
pretty sure you'll learn a thing or two from Honey Badger.
for sure that.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much. But when you look at it this way, man, when did you feel that the game got very slower in college for you, man?
I say my junior year, because my freshman year I got thrown in the fire pretty early, behind the senior safety, fifth year senior safety, because I'm a COVID. I was a COVID freshman, so I came in the year after COVID, and everybody had the opportunity to stay back, and most of the guys did. So I came in working hard, uh, got on the depth chart, got second stream, and I got thrown in the game and missed the tackle and got a touchdown scored on me and never played again my freshman year. But the coaches knew what type of player I am, and my work ethic and my hustle ability and my tackling ability. So my sophomore year, they pretty much, started creating a game plan that I can fit in, and they started involving me with a lot of blitzes and everything like that. My first game in college, I got 2 sacks. My first game starting, got 2 sacks, and after that, it just took off. They knew the type of player I was. So my junior year, they spent more time in the film room, and then senior year, that's when it slowed all the way down. I mean, I pretty much felt comfortable calling calls without my coaches and just being able to help the people around me. So that's when I
Oh
feel like it
yeah.
slowed down all the way. I mean, my stats wasn't, that good my senior year. That's because I was, sharing time with the younger people, trying to, get them to be able
Yeah.
to. It's a team thing. So at the end of the day, like next year, I want the team to be as best as they can. So we gave a lot of the young guys opportunities to play after we did what we had to
Yeah,
do.
but the more you play in that type of competition, it eventually becomes natural to you at that point. It becomes a custom. It becomes a habit. But wait, I think he did say this answer before. Who was your favorite safety growing up?
I like watching Cam Chancellor a lot growing up. Cam Chancellor, and I watched Troy Polamalu. So those were the two safeties that I pretty much,
Yeah, those are a
looked.
lot of good ones because Cam Chancellor was a big one. Troy Polamalu was fun to watch. But here's a player that I don't know if you would probably throw this guy in the mix, but Sean Taylor to me was the most exciting guy that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I watch his highlights a lot too. I watch all the highlights, but those are the people that I watched on TV. Playing
Yeah,
ball.
and despite his short career or short lived, man, I just always thought this guy could have been a first ballot Hall of Famer if he would have kept playing, man. This guy, he had the
Yeah,
making to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like the hits in today's NFL, I think they would have outlawed those hits from what he did.
yeah, he would have been done with if he plays today.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always because like anytime I've always had to watch certain players, like Ed Reed's another good one too,
Yep.
but I don't know, just Sean Taylor just seemed like somebody I just love to watch, even from the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl was probably the last time I've enjoyed watching was him at the Pro Bowl. It had no meaning to Pro Bowl in today's NFL. Like it just seems like everybody's being too safe, which I kind of understand.
Mhm.
But what's the excitement, man? Like you're not getting much of the excitement with the NFL. It might as well be flag football in the Pro Bowl, right? Or just get the honor, just get on the way out.
Let's go get there soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ooh, I like this question because everybody's been debating which one's a better chicken sandwich, Popeyes or Chick-fil-A.
Popeyes, Popeyes,
Popeyes.
Popeyes. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong, Chick-fil-A good, but as much as we eat that in college, it's probably on every college campus. I mean, you just burn out
oh
with
yeah,
Chick-fil-A. You burn out.
yeah, for sure. Well, I don't know about whatever team he wants to play for, but I think whatever team gives him an opportunity, man, will speak itself, man. Like whatever team gives you a chance, huh?
Oh yes, sir. Whatever team gets me, just know they getting a true hard worker and someone who's willing to do what the team needs. So,
Yeah, for
and
sure, man.
any
So
team that give me the opportunity, though, for sure.
yeah, every opportunity is great. Whatever team gives you a chance, you're gonna make the most out of it.
Yes, sir.
But I guess we got a few more questions here. So what what makes you stand out from the rest of the draft class?
I say my hard work, man. You see my hard work. I mean, I got measured in at being pretty short, 5'9", 195, but I had the strongest bench press. I had benched the most out of all the safeties in the combine. Bench press 24 reps to 225, and that just shows, how much of a hard worker and overachiever I am. Jumped the 38.5-inch vertical, which is was fourth in the draft. So me being at the D2 level, I showed that like my hard work won't affect me. I showed that if I do everything that I need to do, I can compete with those guys at the top. So that separates me a lot from those guys in the draft.
Oh yeah, for sure. For those future college students, why should they go to Ouachita Baptist University, man?
Honestly, great environment, man. A lot of people support me, man. A lot of people reach out to me. I never go a day without seeing at least 20 people, and these are all genuine friends. Like I had two of my younger safeties and corners that just came by the room before I had this interview. I had to kick them out, because I just want to spend time with the older guys, and it's these are my family members, man. Like they're not blood, but this Ouachita community is my family members. We have great coaches, great players, and it's just a good school atmosphere. Like every team supports every team. Like the basketball players support the football players support the basketball players, and that goes with all sports.
Oh yeah, for sure. That seems more like convincing from a family kind of atmosphere, even though, like you said, it's not blood thing, but it feels like a family vibe there, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
And probably the opportunity probably presents itself for some of those guys who didn't get chances. Maybe going to a smaller school like your guys' school would probably give them a chance to prove otherwise.
Yeah, because you go to a smaller school. If you do what you got to do, man, you'll stand out, and the league will find you if you stand out. So
Ooh, I like this question, man. I don't know, Kenny, man. I might have to just put this out here, man. Let's see. So I guess going to this college, man, how hard are these girls at these colleges, man? It's just got to be something like it's got. Maybe that's the convincing factor. Maybe there's some more chicks there. I don't know.
I mean, it's some cool chicks here, man. The good thing about this school is we have a college right across the street, our rivalry school, one of the biggest rivalries in D2, Henderson State, and they got some hot chicks there too. But we got some hot chicks here, so I mean, you pick your poison, man. You go across the street, or you can stay here and do what you want to do. So I mean, I got a girl now. I actually met her across the street. I mean, she in the sorority, she AKA, and I met her down, doing some pledge and stuff like being in fraternity. I met her.
Yeah, I mean, for some of them, they might have to be convinced to go there because of that. But who knows? But at least you
Yeah,
found the one. And, some people it takes some time to find the one. But at least you found the one.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. So all that hard work and all those years in college, man, it's gonna finally pay off, and you get an opportunity to live out your dream, man. So the best advice I could tell you, man, is take advantage of every opportunity that you're given, man, because those little opportunities, a little amount of opportunities is gonna matter at the next level, man. Take those little things seriously, is what they would say.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, and I will.
Yeah, for sure. And definitely appreciate your time, bro. I know that you're definitely looking forward to this process. But one last question. Does the moment feel surreal or does it feel business as usual?
It feels surreal. I didn't think I was. I knew I always wanted to chase the dream of going to the league, but I mean, I didn't feel like I had the exposure until I just recently won the Cliff Harris Award, and that's the best defensive two player in D2 college football. And that right there, that just stamped everything and made me want to work harder, man. Like, I didn't want to come out to my pro day and just bust. So, I mean, right after the season, I got on it, and I never looked back because I didn't want to take this opportunity for granted because a lot of people don't get this opportunity. Because we call ourselves the Cliff Boys in my school because, Cliff Harris went to OBU, and he's a Hall of Famer, played for the Cowboys, and I didn't want to take this opportunity for granted because it's all we ever talk about. Can we win a Cliff Harris Award? And for me to actually do that was a very surreal moment, and that just allowed me to know that I can play at the next level and I can achieve the goals that he achieved.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. And good luck on your journey, man. I'm definitely rooting for you to succeed, whether it's in San Francisco or those 31 teams, man. I hope that you make the most and have a good NFL career or whatever career you go to in general, man. I'm pretty sure you're going to succeed at the next level.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. For everybody else, tell everybody where they can find your social media platform.
You can find me on Instagram, uno.jo3, and on Twitter, jjohnson32_.
All right, man. This is Ouachita Baptist University safety Josiah Johnson, Cliff Harris Award winner. Man, this guy, you better take him seriously, man. He's gonna make you pay in a very friendly way, by the way. But he's gonna let all those 30 other teams know, those 32 teams. Hey, better draft me, or you're gonna regret it.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, for sure. And for everybody else, thank you guys for tuning in, and we're out.